Hi, my name is Deanna Brinkley from Manatee County. I have a question about the All Access Pass with the schools. I know that all students at the beginning of the year have access to the libraries with their student ID. That gives them access to everything, K through 12. Are there, I know that the parents don't have access to those accounts because it's a student account and it didn't go through the library. So are there fail-safe parental guides, or how does that work with the school system?
Sir, please state your first name, your last name, your county of residence. You have 3 minutes to address the board on topics discussed
My
in
name is
today's
James
work session.
Cullen. I'm a resident of Manatee County. I previously, on January 18th, sent a detailed letter to each of you commissioners in hard copy and electronic form. I just want to expand a little bit upon that today. My main points in those in that letter was that there's seems to be a disproportionate quantity of woke materials in the library, and LGBT and transgender. Our brothers and sisters of that persuasion, woke persuasion, transgender, they are certainly entitled to have books on that subject in the library, but my issue is proportion. In the two notorious propaganda books about anti-American screed, 1619 Project and A People's History of the United States, there's 5 or 10 copies of each of those, total lies, total anti-American propaganda, and virtually nothing debunking those. Another issue I'm very concerned about is the young adult section. When I was 13 years old, my parents did not consider me a young adult. They considered me a young teen. I hope that that's probably true today. The young adult section, according to the ALA definition and the library, and by the way, the ALA is a left-wing woke propaganda organization. They define young adult as 13 to 17. Unfortunately, that's a young teen. But so the 13-year-old can go to the library and look at books such as, for example, one called Let's Talk About It. Okay, graphic depictions of naked bodies, male and female, and bodies having parts of both. And so this is young adults, 13-year-old accessing that material. This particular book, it's just one that I saw. It's got encouraging masturbation, encouraging 13-year-olds to look at pornography on the internet, to engage in all manner of sex. So as I say, I'm not a book banner. I am in favor of banning child sexual predation. So I'm in favor of protecting the children, 13-year-old and through 17, from material that does not belong in the definition of young adult but should be considered adult. I have some more thoughts. I will send you an email, but I appreciate all you commissioners taking the time to discuss this issue. I think it's very important to protect our children.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to come forward? Sir, please state your first and last name, your county of residence, and you have 3 minutes to address the board.
My name is Jack May. I live in Manatee County. I am the president of an organization called Manatee Patriots, which meets tonight at 6 o'clock. That's a shameless plug. I appreciate the entire system of libraries. I think it's a great thing. I've been to countries, I have been stationed in countries that don't have what we have. I think this is wonderful. But inevitably, it's the small things that give us issues, and the small thing is protecting our children. Now, some people may think that is being overly protected, but the fact is, my concern is that if a parent, I mean, we have great statute in Florida about what pornography is, and I'm sure that there are books in our libraries that would meet that. You say there are none, but we found, as in our public school system, that that's not true, that these books are here. So my question is, you've got 18 and unders, parents sign and they have access, but if a parent would allow a child to check out a book that would fall under the pornography statute and he could not buy that book if he went to a store, would you check that book out because the parent said it's okay? Because that is against the law. That's my question. I'm sure that you will answer it at some other point in time. If you want to have further discussion with me, please come tonight to Manatee Patriots.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Martens. I live in Bradenton, and I'm a transplant from New York. And I do know Steve Pico, who had that case, because I went to school with him. When I was a kid, Island Trees High School banned books, and I was very upset because I was 18 years old, and I thought that we should have the freedom to read everything. Now I'm looking at it from the other side, and I've been working with the schools, actually reading through some of the books, and I realized that as a young person, I was wrong because as a parent, we have a different viewpoint. And so I've done some questioning and some research, and I don't understand, is our library got two levels, you're a child or an adult? Because there's a lot of books in our library that are labeled young adult. And if young adult is just an interest, I don't know, but we have all of these wonderful computer systems. Why can't we match up access to the appropriate age level so that this doesn't happen? And the other crossover I'm concerned with is the All Access Pass, which is, it was a wonderful idea back during COVID to give kids access to the entire library system, but not without restrictions. And it seems to me that they've been given access without restriction. So God forbid they're reading some of the books that I'm screening. It's a horrible thing. So we need to protect our children. I came to Florida for the conservative values, and I really want to see Manatee County reflect those conservative values. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. We don't applaud. No, we don't applaud, Commissioner Baugh. Is there, well, you're married to her, I think you have to applaud, or you'd be in trouble.